YouTube, I'm back, baby. I'm back. It's day 2 in a row. Dropping another one tomorrow, so I mean, it is what it is. But we finna hop into it. First off, we gonna start off with reactions today. I'm gonna give y'all reactions from last night's game. I'm also gonna give you my picks for tonight's game, and that's how we gonna do it today. So, starting off with Gonzaga versus FSU. I picked Gonzaga to win that game. They did win that game convincingly, 72-58. Takeaways from that game, they're still scoring high, around 80 points per game in the tournament. They didn't shoot much better than FSU. They shot 40%, FSU shot 39%. But their offense is attempting 23s per game, shooting at about 38%. So it's not really about percentage for them. It's just about getting the shots to fall, getting enough shots to fall that they can stay in a rhythm. But Clark cooled down offensively, but he crashed the boards. He had 12 rebounds. He also had 5 blocks. Dude is a beast, y'all. He's a beast. Big thing I got off of this game was Gonzaga loves scoring off turnovers. You turn the ball over, boom, they running. They gonna score most of the time. Their next opponent is Texas Tech. That's gonna be a really good game. But as far as FSU, they let the game get away at the end. They were down 56-60 with like 3 minutes left before giving up a 7-0 run. They shot terribly from 3 out of 20. They got out rebounded. It wasn't good for FSU. It wasn't good. They tried to fight back, but they couldn't make it. Gonzaga, good job. Texas Tech versus Michigan. Oh my God. Can somebody please find me Michigan? Because I didn't see him. If y'all saw him, let me know. Because I didn't see Michigan. I'm talking about, I'm confused. Like, what team was that? That couldn't have been Michigan. It couldn't have been. But, of course, I picked Michigan to win. I picked them as Final Four. I don't understand. But anyway, for Texas Tech, Culver went 9 for 19, which is not really that impressive. He scored 22 points. But Matt Mooney only took 9 shots. I listed that as a key to the game for them in my last video. If you haven't seen that, go catch up on that. He went 4 for 9. So, telling y'all, if that man does not shoot, if he doesn't take more than 8 shots, he took 9, so he went a little bit over. But as long as he stays like right under 10, they'll be fine offensively. We all know their defense is pretty much locked down, but David Moretti stepped up. He went 5 for 7, 3 for 4 on threes, 15 points. That's huge. That's huge because he wasn't doing that in the first 2 games. Tariq Owens didn't shoot well, but he had 10 boards, so he still had a pretty positive impact on the game. This game was 6-6, 9 minutes into the game. This was the defensive struggle that I anticipated it to be. But for Texas Tech, this is the second straight Elite 8 that they've made. So congrats, Texas Tech. Their next opponent is Gonzaga. Michigan, listen. Told you not to let anybody score 20 points. Culver scored 22. And you lost. You scored 22. I mean, nobody stepped up on offense. I said, what is going on with this offense? I don't know who's supposed to be scoring here, but nobody stepped up. They allowed 63 points on 43% shooting. So much for a revenge here, man. I'm so disappointed. Like, how could y'all do me like this? I'm saying Michigan a sleeper pick. and y'all come out and get tore up. First half was really low scoring. I think that really killed y'all because y'all believed that y'all could score, which you could before this game. You could. You ran into Texas Tech and it was like, no, we're not having none of that. But that's gotta be my disappointment of the year, man. But moving on, Oregon versus UVA. This game was kind of weird. It was really weird. I'm expecting UVA to just come out and just sweep them off the court real quick with this lockdown defense. And their defense did hold, but their offense was atrocious, man. It's ridiculous. Come on, UVA. This game, you should not win by 4 points against Oregon, man. They shouldn't be keeping up with you. Shoot the ball, man. Oh, my gosh. They held Oregon to 37%. So the defense did what it's supposed to do. Offense is still balanced despite their poor shooting. 4 out of 5 starters were in double figures, so I mean that's a positive on offense. But 17-4 run to end the half, and they led by 8. That was the beginning of the first half. They really set the tone for the second half. But Diakite. He nasty down there, man. 11 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. That's how you set the tone. Let them know you ain't having none of that in there. For real. But they play Purdue tomorrow, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm just worried about that offense, man. I really am. But as far as Oregon goes, they led 16-10 with 6:58 left in the first half. So at some point, they were in the game. They were in the game for a little while. They really were. They never really seemed to give up. But I mean, they were down 45-48 with 27 seconds left. They couldn't get a stop. They left a man wide open in the paint. Like, you can't. Come on now. I mean, I guess that's part of Virginia's balanced offense, though. Oregon only had 8 assists as a team, so that's another testament to Virginia's defense. But anyway, Virginia moves on. Purdue versus Tennessee. Well. I'm an MTSU student, so seeing Tennessee lose is very satisfying. I'm also from Memphis, so yeah, it's very satisfying. But as far as Tennessee goes, I gotta give them a hand clap because I wasn't expecting that. I expected Purdue to win. I can't say I didn't expect it to be close, but I wasn't expecting Tennessee to be in position to win the game so late. They fought back. They were down big. They fought back on a 29-12 run to tie the game with 6:55 left to go. But Schofield nearly closed the game out. He's clutch. Got to give him credit for that. He's clutch. They were up 82-80 with 2 seconds left before being called for a foul that's very questionable. That's very controversial. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all think that was a foul in the comments, because I personally don't think it was a foul. As far as Purdue goes, Edwards still scoring. He ended with 29, but Ryan Klein? Ryan Klein? Oh my God. Wow. Bro, 7 of 10 on 3-pointers, man. 7 of 10? I'm talking about dude hitting big shot. He step backs, throwing it up. I mean, come on now. Come on. That's big, man. Man. And then he took the ball out at the end. I didn't understand that. Why would you have your hottest shooter taking the ball out with 2 seconds left? No. Somebody else is going to have to take the ball out. I don't care who it is. Somebody else is going to have to do it because I need him to be in position to shoot the ball or at least be trying to get open to distract somebody. I mean, come on. You're down 2 points with 2 seconds left. I'm not taking my hottest shooter and making him give the inbound pass. It's not happening. No. You're going to have to guard him. But Purdue, you led 53 to 36 before letting them back in the game. 53 to 36. You had this game wrapped up early. 53 to 36. That's 17 points. You cannot do that anymore in the rest of this tournament because the rest of these teams that's about to come up, oh, they want it. Not to say Tennessee didn't want it because they did, but you can't let that happen. You just cannot. You cannot. But yeah, they should have let Klein take that shot. There's no way that I wouldn't let him take the shot. There's no way. But their next opponent is UVA, so we'll see. We'll see what that's gonna be like. But so that's my reactions from the games. We're gonna take a look at today's games. We got LSU versus Michigan State. Now LSU barely escaped their past 2 opponents, so it's kind of hard to rock with them here. They've been silencing critics. They've been fighting without their head coach who's been suspended on a cheating scandal. I mean, this sounds like a Cinderella team, honestly. It does, because there's no way. Every game we're going, well, I think they're going to lose. Well, I think they're going to lose, and they keep winning. So, I mean, hey, they beat Maryland with 1 second left by a layup. So, they came in the tournament scoring 81 points a game. First game, they scored 79. Second game, they scored 69. So, they're declining, but they're finding a way to win. Tremont Waiters shot 5 for 15 against Yale, and then he shot 5 for 12 against Maryland. Is the spotlight too much for him? I don't know what's going on with him, but he has to shoot better in this game. LSU is shooting below 30% from 3, so they can't fall in love with it in this game, or it's gonna be a wrap for them. It's gonna be over with. History-wise, LSU has 21 tournament appearances, 4 Final Fours, their last of which was in 2006. They have 0 championships. Their first Sweet 16, this is their first Sweet 16 since 2006. So, and they haven't been to the Final Four since 2006 when they were led by a man by the name of Glenn Big Baby Davis. Y'all know who that man is. But Michigan State, on the other hand, is allowing only 65 points a game. They allowed 65 in the first game, 50 in the second. Cassius Winston is the truth. He's averaging 18, 3, and 7 in the regular season, as well as a steal per game. He's good for a steal per game. He's averaging 19 a game in tournament play. First game, he didn't have any steals, but the second game, he had 2 steals. So he's still good for about a steal a game. But he makes his teammates better. When you watch this guy play, you can tell his demeanor, how he plays the game. He carries his team, and he makes sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. He gets everybody involved. I think that's a big plus for this team. Also, this team, Michigan State, is 5th in blocks at 5 blocks per game. That's intimidating when you go in the paint. You got to be thinking about, oh, these guys can really send my stuff to the second row if they have to. But they're also 8th in rebounding per game at 40. So I expect for them to dominate this game in the paint. I really do. That being said, history-wise, they have 31 tournament appearances. which they also have third longest active streak with 22 straight tournament appearances. So, speaking of appearances, MTSU, baby, we did it. It was a couple years ago, but man, y'all remember that game? We were a 15 seed, and we beat Michigan State. Messed up everybody's bracket. Michigan State was a big favorite to win the whole thing. MTSU came in, knocked them out from start to finish. I think we started that game. It was like 15-2 or something like that. It was amazing. I didn't even expect it. They said, we're up 15-2. I said, wait, hold on. I got to turn the game on. Now I got to see. But, yeah, man. History-wise, though, they've been in 9 Final Fours. They have 2 championships. One in 1979, Magic Johnson. Another one in year 2000, Jason Richardson, as well as Mateen Cleaves. I guess that's how you say his name. I don't really know. But Mateen Cleaves was the tournament MVP. I'm taking Michigan State in this game. Just because I expect them to dominate the boards and the paint in general. So I don't think LSU has enough offense for that, to not be able to get in the paint and score effectively, unless they can get to the free throw line. That'll change the game. But I got Michigan State winning this game. Auburn versus UNC. So Auburn scoring 79 points a game. First game they scored 78. Second game they scored 89. They're scoring 79 in the regular season. Excuse me. First game of the tournament, they scored 78. Second game, they scored 89. So they're still scoring pretty high. They beat Kansas by shooting threes, but got out-rebounded by 11. So if there is a weakness, there will be on the boards for them. Bryce Brown shot 7 for 11 on threes. So you gotta get that guy. You gotta take him out the game if you're UNC. But they escaped New Mexico State. New Mexico State in an upset in round 1. They really they gave up a wide open look for the game winner, and the guy airballed the 3. So they escaped. But this team, Auburn, loves the 3 ball. They took 30 threes in both tournament games. 30. So they're just throwing it up. They're shooting around 41%, so if UNC doesn't get out there, they're going to knock some of them down. And they're going to knock a lot of them down if they don't get their hands up. But history-wise, they have only 8 tournament appearances. Auburn does. They're 12-8. They have no Final Four championship. They only been to the Elite 8 once, and that was in 1986. Their last Sweet 16 was 2003. So, what's going on, Auburn? Is this gonna be a year where you get back to the Elite, Elite 8 in over 20 years? This is their first time winning their conference championship since 1985. So this is, even making it this far is an accomplishment for them, but I'm sure this is not where they want to stop. So good luck to them. But on the other side, unfortunately, there is UNC. And we all know UNC is a powerhouse team. Every year they are a 3. This team this year was averaging 13 offensive rebounds per game. They are the top rebounding team in D1 basketball in this tournament. They're 3rd in scoring with 86 points per game. They are also the team with the 3rd best turnover to assist ratio of the remaining teams in the tournament. They also have the 2nd most assists per game at 18.9, only behind Gonzaga with 19.5. They're going to take smart shots. You don't know who will beat you. They got 4 players averaging 10 plus, 6 players averaging at least 8. So you don't know what player is gonna beat you on that night. You just don't know. It could be anybody. They're well coached. This team is well-rounded. They do everything. They have 48 appearances in the tournament, 6 championships. The last was in 2017 over Michigan. They have 20 Final Fours. I mean, they're always a threat, always. They lost to Texas A&M last year in the second round, inexplicably. No, I really don't understand how that happened still. But last year's last year, and this year they're going back to the Elite Eight. Mark it, UNC. That's my pick on this game. All right, now we have Virginia Tech versus Duke. Virginia Tech is only allowing 61.7 points per game in the regular season. The first game of the tournament, they allowed 52. The second game, they allowed 58. They are 8th in three-point percentage at 39.5% coming into the tournament. They don't take many threes, but the first game they took 10, the second game they took 16, but they're really efficient. They're shooting 42%. So when they do take threes, they make them. So they're kind of like the old Grizzlies, you know. If you're from Memphis, you know, a few years ago, grit and grind, you know, we didn't take many threes at all. We had Gasol and Randolph. When we did take threes, we made the threes. We were not known for shooting threes because we didn't specifically have shooters like that. But this is what this Virginia Tech team reminds me of, is old Grizzlies. But they have a balanced offense that scores with guards. So they have 4 players averaging 13 plus. History-wise, they've only been to the tournament 9 times. No chip, no Final Four. Their record is 8-9. This is their first Sweet 16 since 1967. So again, this is a team that has accomplished something above the previous teams, but I'm sure they don't want to stop here. They've only been to the Elite Eight in 1967, so that was 1 time. So hopefully they're trying to make it 2. We'll see what's going on. But again, unfortunately, Duke is on the other side of this, and we all know what Duke is about. Paint dominance, man. 2nd in rebounding at 41. 1st in blocks at 6 per game. Offensive efficiency. This team is scoring 83.5 points per game, shooting 47%. They know how to score. They do. They know how to score. Coach K, he got these boys ready, man. I'm telling y'all. Zion and RJ playing well equals a win. It's that simple. I mean, I can beat around the bush with all these stats as much as I want to, but Zion and RJ playing well is a win. Period. What y'all be saying? Period. Trey Jones cannot go 1 for 8 from 3. He shouldn't be taking 8 threes in the first place. Why is Trey Jones taking 8 threes? Where is that coming from? Let's not. He's shooting 23% from 3-point line. Why in the heck are you getting to the tournament and decide you want to put up 8 threes? Come on, man. Don't do that. Please don't. We want Zion to get the chip. Honest. This is my pick for national champion, Duke. So please, Trey Jones, don't take 8 threes, please. There's no reason you should be taking 8. Never. Stop. But Duke, history-wise, has 41 appearances, 16 Final Fours, 5 championships. The last one was in 2015 with Jahlil Okafor, Quinn Cook, and Tyus Jones. So I'm looking for Coach K to work his magic again and find a way to get through this Virginia Tech defense. As long as Trey Jones does not take 8 threes. Please. Please don't take 8 threes. Please. Oh, my God. I'm taking Duke, though. I'm taking Duke. Next game and final game for today. Houston versus Kentucky. Houston is allowing 61 points per game. In the regular season, they came in tournament play. Game 1, 55 points allowed. Game 2, 59 points allowed. So they're still locking people down. 5th in rebounding, 12 offensive boards a game. This team is on the boards. You have to box them out. But they're also averaging 4 blocks a game. So I'm talking about this team is in the paint. They live in the paint. Their 2 scorers are good three-point shooters, both at 38%. Armani Brooks and Corey Davis Jr. They have 19 tournament appearances, 4 Final Fours. In 1984, they lost the chip. That was the year they had Hakeem. They don't have any championship wins. They haven't been to Elite 8 since that year they had Hakeem and lost in the championship. But on the other side of that, we got Kentucky. Coach John Calipari. They're only allowing 64 points a game out of the regular season. Coming in first game of the tournament, excuse me. They allow 44. Second game, they allow 56. They are grabbing 38 rebounds a game, so they can rebound a little bit. They got 4 players averaging 11 plus. 3 out of those 4 averaging 13 plus. 3 players on Kentucky are also averaging 1 block. So this is matching up. This looks like a good matchup. This is looking like a really good matchup. They have 57 appearances in the tournament, so this team is a very experienced organization when it comes to the tournament. They have 17 Final Fours as well, Final Four appearances, 8 championships. Their last one was in 2012 with Anthony Davis, AD. So, Mr. Unibrow himself. But in this game, I'm going to have to take Houston. I'm going to have to take it just because Houston on the offensive boards is something to deal with, really. And I don't know if Kentucky's going to be able to deal with it, as well as Houston's defense being spectacular. I don't really see Kentucky getting past them. But I don't know. I feel like Houston is gonna take this one. Their 4 blocks a game is really something. Like the 4 blocks along with the offensive rebounds, that's hard to beat. That really is. And Kentucky just hasn't looked like one of those Elite 8 type teams this year. I just don't feel it. I don't feel it. So I'm gonna take Houston this game. But thank y'all for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy Jay. We out of here.